Robotboy is an animated television series crafted by French animator Jan Van Rijsselberge. Debuting on November 1, 2005, the show initially graced the screens of Cartoon Network in the United States and lasted for 4 seasons till September 2008.
To be a true boy. A true robot boy.
The series revolves around the adventures of a young boy named Tommy Turnbull and his humanoid robot friend, Robotboy. Robotboy is a state-of-the-art robot designed to resemble a real human boy, possessing superhuman abilities and advanced artificial intelligence. The main premise of the show centers on Robotboy's struggles to fit into human society while dealing with various antagonists who seek to exploit his powers or destroy him. Before we begin, let's set some context. Robotboy was created by the ingenious Professor Moshimo, a creation that came to life after receiving an enthusiastic letter from a young boy named Tommy Turnbull. Tommy is the son of Dwight and Deb, and also has a sister named Donnie, who makes several appearances throughout the show. Meanwhile, in a generous gesture, Moshimo bestowed Robotboy upon Tommy. Together with his pals Lola and Gus, Tommy endeavors to protect Robotboy from the malicious plots of Dr. Kamikaze and his sidekick, Constantine. Dr. Kamikaze is a persistent antagonist with aspirations of capturing Robotboy to exploit his technology for global domination. Now, let's get to the episodes. Tommy and Gus rescue a puppy named Sparky from traffic, but Robotboy reacts strangely to the new addition to the family, sparking concerns. Robotboy's unusual reaction to Sparky leads to a revelation that the puppy is actually a robot created by Dr. Kamikaze. A conflict ensues when Dogra, the monstrous robot dog controlled by Kamikaze, attacks Robotboy. Tommy learns the importance of trusting Robotboy and follows his rules, ultimately defeating Dogra. Gus, unaware of Sparky's true nature, experiences comical mishaps in his attempt to win the puppy's affection. In the end, Robotboy forgives Tommy for doubting him, and they share a laugh, while Gus, having avoided the chaos, is found peacefully sleeping under a park bench. Tommy and Lola disassemble Robotboy for cleaning, but Gus inadvertently causes chaos by knocking into Tommy. Realizing they are missing Robotboy's aggro capacitor, vital for his combat abilities, Tommy contacts Professor Moshimo for a replacement. They embark on a journey to Moshimo's secret lab, encountering various misadventures along the way. Upon reaching the lab, they discover it is under attack by Dr. Kamikaze and his clones. With Moshimo's fiancée Miu Miu activating defenses, the team works together to defend against the onslaught. Gus, however, inadvertently triggers additional trouble by pressing a button. Despite the chaos, Moshimo successfully repairs Robotboy, who super activates to face Kamikaze. In a daring move, Tommy takes control of Kamikaze's vehicle, leading to a dramatic confrontation over the ocean. Robotboy rescues Tommy, and Moshimo expresses his gratitude, emphasizing that Robotboy belongs with Tommy. Tommy is immersed in a video game, oblivious to the mess in his room. His mom prompts him to clean up, and Tommy enlists Robotboy's help. However, things go awry, and Gus arrives with the enticing idea of heading to the beach to meet Tommy's dream girl, Bambi. The beach plan takes an unexpected turn, leading to the mess in Tommy's room being dumped in a bag intended for an orphanage. Robotboy is inadvertently included in the bag, creating a chaotic situation. Gus, oblivious to Robotboy's presence, enjoys his beach day. Meanwhile, at the orphanage, a boy named Booker accidentally activates Robotboy and forms a friendship with him. Back at home, Tommy realizes Robotboy is missing and sets out to retrieve him, leading to encounters with the bullies called Turnbull Brothers and an unexpected wrestling match. The episode takes a heartwarming turn when Booker gets adopted, leaving Robotboy in Tommy's care again. Gus, disguised with a mask, startles Robotboy, triggering a playful attack. Tommy then explains Halloween to Robotboy, inviting him to join the trick-or-treating adventure. Dr. Kamikaze, eavesdropping with a spy cam bat, plots to capture Robotboy using an army of monsters. However, Kamikaze's plan is thwarted when his snake pet accidentally blinds him. The gang, dressed in costumes, sets off for trick-or-treating. Kurt, Stu, and Mookie attempt to steal their candy, leading to a chaotic encounter. Meanwhile, Kamikaze, still blinded, mistakes Tommy in a Robotboy costume for the real Robotboy and kidnaps him. The gang, with Robotboy in tow, rushes to rescue Tommy. Kamikaze remains oblivious, thinking he has captured Robotboy, and subjects Tommy to various challenges. The real Robotboy intervenes, fighting Kamikaze's monsters and saving Tommy. Gus, having lost his clothes, plays a comedic role. The episode concludes with the gang returning home, reflecting on the overly exciting Halloween adventure. When Tommy's family is away on a family day, Robotboy finds himself alone. Moshimo contacts him to provide a new weapon for download. During the process, Robotboy expresses a longing for a family of his own. Moshimo then shares the story of Robotboy's prototype brother, Protoboy. Years ago, Moshimo created the initial robot prototype, which lacked humanity and displayed violence. Unfortunately, Protoboy was kidnapped by a young Kamikaze and Constantine, leading to his reprogramming in Kaziland. However, Kamikaze's attempt to control him backfired, and Protoboy turned evil, causing havoc. Robotboy goes to Kaziland to free Protoboy, who, being evil, starts causing destruction. Eventually, Robotboy faces and defeats his own prototype brother to restore order. The town is abuzz with excitement as the ultimate robot fighting championship, RoboCon, arrives. However, Tommy refuses to allow Robotboy to attend. Left in the care of Gus, Robotboy is eventually persuaded to enter the competition by Gus, who convinces him that Mona Lethal, the most fancied robot, will be impressed by his fighting skills. Robotboy effortlessly defeats other robots and advances to the final, where he faces a surprising opponent, the beautiful Mona Lethal. Now conflicted with both the challenge of overcoming the most powerful robot and newfound feelings of love, Robotboy initially holds back in the fight, giving Mona Lethal the chance to defeat him. Eventually, when Mona Lethal puts Gus and Tommy in danger, he fights back and emerges victorious in the competition. Robotboy faces a formidable challenge when Professor Moshimo's former prodigy, Bjorn Bjornsson, challenges him to an ultimate robot fight with his deadly Bjorn bot. Although Tommy is initially hesitant, Robotboy convinces him that accepting the challenge is a part of the Fighting Robot Code. The battle commences, much to the excitement of Gus and Bjorn, and it becomes evident that the two robots are evenly matched. Moshimo reveals that the fight will continue until one robot is destroyed, but Robotboy remains determined. In an unexpected turn, Bjorn summons 3 additional deadly bots to aid him in destroying Robotboy. Despite the odds, Robotboy uses his intelligence to outsmart the bots, making them turn against each other and ultimately emerging victorious. Defeated, Bjorn vows to return with an even stronger robot in the future, leaving the outcome open for future confrontations. Dr. Kamikaze and Constantine concoct a plan to ruin Christmas by releasing a song titled "Christmas Will Not Come This Year." The gang, led by Tommy, learns about this evil plot and hatches a plan to stop them. Meanwhile, Gus reveals his strategy to avoid the naughty list and receive Christmas presents from Santa Claus. Kamikaze's song gains attention, and Tommy, along with Robotboy, decides to confront them at the North Pole. However, Kamikaze's freezing machine incapacitates Robotboy, and Constantine captures him. Santa Claus himself steps in to save the day, defeating Kamikaze's clone army and leaving with a promise to bring gifts. Tommy's determination leads him to rescue Robotboy with the help of a Christmas present, ultimately ensuring a heartwarming conclusion to the holiday-themed adventure. Tommy dreams of leading a robot army to chase Dr. Kamikaze, only to have Kamikaze use a nightmare gun to turn the dream into a terrifying nightmare. Accidentally activating Robotboy, Tommy faces trouble when Robotboy's superactive mode destroys his bedroom, leading his father Dwight to sell Robotboy to Kamikaze and Constantine. Determined to seek revenge, Tommy, Gus, and Lola create tainted tapas filled with hallucinogenic nightmares, causing Kamikaze to experience electrifying hallucinations. When Kamikaze's nightmare creatures become real, Robotboy super activates to protect his friends. After destroying the nightmare gun, everything returns to normal, although Gus might have a snail problem. Bambi, Tommy's crush, teases him for his awkwardness with attractive women, leading to Tommy's tears. Robotboy, witnessing Tommy's distress, becomes curious about crying. Meanwhile, Dr. Kamikaze concocts a plan to control Robotboy by exploiting his tearful emotions. The scheme unfolds during a play attended by Tommy and Gus, where Constantine's character's demise causes Robotboy to cry and deactivate. Seizing the opportunity, Kamikaze captures the boys and attempts to force Robotboy to harm Tommy. Gus cleverly hides in a refrigerator, while Tommy navigates through booby traps and confronts Kamikaze's minions. Robotboy's memories are triggered when he senses Tommy's tears, restoring his true self. In a quick turn of events, Robotboy defeats Kamikaze's minions and saves Tommy. Bjorn Bjornsson, a one-time protege of Moshimo, capitalizes on Robotboy's desire to become a real boy by offering services to turn robots into humans. Despite Moshimo's teachings that such a transformation is impossible, Robotboy is intrigued and investigates Bjorn's claims. Upon reaching Bjorn's place, Robot Boy is prepared for the transformation procedure that supposedly turns him into a boy named Bobby. Moshimo and Tommy intervene to rescue Robot Boy from Bjorn and his formidable robot, Brother Bjorn. The challenge extends beyond physical confrontation, as they must also convince Robot Boy that Bjorn's promises are false. Eventually, through their efforts, Tommy and Moshimo succeed in snapping Robot Boy out of his delusion, leading to the defeat of Bjorn and Brother Bjorn. And that wraps up the first season. Professor Moshimo creates a new and advanced robot named Robot Man, which leads to Robot Boy feeling left out and replaced. Robot Man exhibits superior abilities, causing Tommy and his friends to be captivated by the new robot. However, Robot Man's arrogance and lack of empathy become apparent, and he dismisses Robot Boy, claiming that robots don't have friends. Tommy, noticing the negative changes in Robot Man's behavior, becomes concerned and decides to find Robot Boy. The conflict escalates as Robot Man's self-centered nature puts Tommy and his friends in danger. Ultimately, Moshimo intervenes and deactivates Robot Man, but the situation worsens when Robot Man reactivates with a vengeance. A fierce battle ensues between Robot Boy and Robot Man, with Robot Boy emerging victorious. In the end, Robot Man is deactivated and sent on a garbage ship. Dr. Kamikaze, frustrated by his continuous losses at the annual Evil Genius Awards to General Yakitori, challenges his rival to prove once and for all who is the superior evil genius. The showdown centers on capturing Robot Boy, setting the stage for an epic battle between the two villains. In a bid to outdo General Yakitori, Dr. Kamikaze constructs a formidable super-mech robot. The rivals embark on a mission to capture Robot Boy, each aiming to demonstrate their evil genius. When General Yakitori launches an attack, Robot Boy employs his incredible speed and destructive powers to counter the assault. Just as General Yakitori gains the upper hand, Dr. Kamikaze intervenes with his super mech, sparking a heated argument between the two villains. The verbal altercation escalates into a full-blown brawl, creating chaos and giving Tommy an opportunity to sabotage Dr. Kamikaze's mech. With both evil geniuses occupied in their dispute, Robot Boy seizes the moment to super-activate and confront them. In a spectacular display of power, Robot Boy defeats the now distracted Dr. Kamikaze and General Yakitori, bringing an end to their rivalry and securing his victory. Tommy and Gus face an unexpected challenge when they are assigned as book buddies at kindergarten. Seizing the opportunity, the nefarious Dr. Kamikaze decides to create an evil clone of a kindergarten kid who chose Tommy as her book buddy. The clone's mission is to capture Robot Boy, putting Tommy and Gus in a tricky situation. The clone successfully takes Robot Boy from Tommy's possession, triggering a desperate chase as they try to retrieve him. Meanwhile, Robot Boy remains unaware of the danger he's in. The stakes escalate when an entire classroom of troublesome cloned kids enters the scene. In a clever twist, Tommy uses music to lull the clones to sleep, allowing Robot Boy to defeat Kamikaze and resolve the situation. Tommy faces the challenge of leaving Robot Boy behind for a family trip, as he must share a tent with his sister Donnie and can't bring Robot Boy along. Feeling sad about the separation, Tommy uses the travel case Moshimo gave him to send Robot Boy to Moshimo's flying house for safekeeping. There, Robot Boy is introduced to a surprise companion, Robot Girl, created to keep him company. Initially wary of Robot Girl's exuberance, Robot Boy teaches her various things. However, their adventures lead to chaos, including a broken roof and an accidental deactivation involving ice cream. Despite the mishaps, Robot Boy and Robot Girl bond, with Robot Girl eager to learn about friendship. Meanwhile, Kamikaze seizes the opportunity to attack and capture both robots, leading to a daring rescue mission by Tommy, Moshimo, and the newly super-activated Robot Girl. The episode concludes with laughter as the group drives away, leaving chaos behind at the Turnbull's campsite. Kamikaze exploits Tommy's crush on Bambi by creating Bambi Bot, a robotic version of her, with the intention of capturing Robot Boy. Tommy falls for Bambi Bot and goes on dates with her, making Lola jealous and Robot Boy sad. Amidst arguments between Tommy and Lola, Tommy decides to reveal Robot Boy's secret to Bambi Bot. However, during a confrontation with Kurt and his friends, it becomes evident that Bambi Bot is actually Kamikaze in disguise. Bambi Bot snatches Tommy's backpack containing Robot Boy, initiating a battle. Despite initial challenges, Robot Boy super activates and defeats robotic cheerleaders sent by Kamikaze. In the climax, Bambi Bot threatens Tommy, leading to a failed weapon attempt by Robot Boy. Eventually, Robot Boy overcomes the threat, destroys Bambi Bot, and saves Tommy. The episode concludes with Lola and Gus comforting Tommy, leaving Kamikaze in a comedic situation as he faces an unexpected attack from Bambi and her mother. Dr. Kamikaze is frustrated by his continuous failure to capture Robotboy and hatches a new plan by hiring the sneakiest agent in the world, Evil 17. Kamikaze conducts plastic surgery to transform Evil 17 into an exact look-alike of Tommy, aiming to infiltrate and deceive Robotboy. After an intricate operation, Evil 17, disguised as Tommy, successfully fools everyone, including Tommy's friends and family. However, the real Tommy is captured by Kamikaze, leading to a confrontation where Evil 17 must convince Robotboy to follow Kamikaze's orders. The situation escalates into a battle between Robotboy and Kamikaze's chameleon minions, with Evil 17 caught in the middle. A clever twist comes when Tommy manages to escape, exposing Evil 17's deception by revealing a beard that grows back on his face. Robotboy, now realizing the truth, dismisses Evil 17 and foils Kamikaze's plans once again, leaving Tommy and his friends relieved that the scheme didn't turn out as dire as expected. Gus introduces Tommy to the pirated video game Omega 2, and Tommy discovers that Robotboy has been infected with a virus due to Gus downloading the game from the internet. Concerned about Robotboy's strange behavior, Tommy seeks help from Professor Moshimo, but the professor is occupied with repairing his space telescope and suggests calling a repairman. Unbeknownst to Tommy, the repairman is actually Constantine, and he implants a device in Robotboy under Dr. Kamikaze's instructions. This implant causes Robotboy to perceive ordinary people as Omega overlords, leading to destructive consequences. As Tommy grapples with the dilemma of destroying his friend to stop the chaos, Kamikaze reveals his plan to use Robotboy's technology to create evil clones. However, Tommy cleverly deceives Kamikaze, pretending to use a software solution to destroy Robotboy while secretly keeping him safe. When Kamikaze's repair bots attack, Robotboy super activates and, with Tommy's help, defeats them. In the end, Tommy calls Moshimo to update him on the situation, but Robotboy is still on a mission to chase Gus for his involvement in the chaos. Tommy's parents leave for a trip, leaving him, Gus, and Robotboy under the care of a babysitter named Wendy. However, a mix-up occurs, and instead of Wendy, Agent Kalashnikov, a disguised operative working for Dr. Kamikaze, arrives. Posing as Wendy's cousin Susie, Agent K infiltrates the Turner household. As Tommy shows her his room, he becomes suspicious of her true identity. When Agent K discovers Robotboy's presence, she reveals her true intentions and attempts to capture him. Gus returns home after initially leaving for the night and helps Tommy and Robotboy in a confrontation against Agent K. The situation escalates, leading to a battle between Robotboy and Kamikaze's alien allies. Ultimately, Robotboy saves Tommy from a perilous fall and defeats the alien threat. Despite Agent K's survival, Kamikaze's plans are thwarted, and the episode concludes with a glimpse of Kamikaze's unsuccessful and comical romantic pursuits in Kaziland. Tommy and Gus are excited about Wally's sleepover, but remind Robotboy that he can't join due to the risk of exposing his true identity. Disappointed, Robotboy stays home until a drone invites him to a robot sleepover. Enticed by the idea of making new friends, Robotboy follows the drone to a warehouse where he meets a group of robots led by Bjorn Bjornsson. Unbeknownst to Robotboy, Bjorn Bjornsson plans to use the sleepover as an opportunity to destroy him. Under peer pressure from the other robots, Robotboy drains his hydraulic fluid, rendering him immobile. Meanwhile, at Wally's sleepover, Tommy and Gus have a great time, but end up causing chaos in the house, leading to Wally's mom kicking everyone out. Tommy receives a notification on his watch about Robotboy's absence, and, along with Gus, heads to the warehouse. There, they uncover Bjorn's plan to destroy Robotboy using a lava pool. Tommy cleverly uses a pillow fight as a distraction, creating pillows with stones to defeat the attacking robots. Discovering Robotboy drained of hydraulic fluid, Gus uses Sugar Blast Cola to replenish him. Robotboy, fueled by the cola, goes on a rampage to save his friends. Despite the apparent defeat of the robots, one manages to take Tommy and Gus to the lava pool. Robotboy, still under the cola's influence, rescues them. In the final confrontation, Bjornbot severely damages Robotboy, but a well-timed burp results in a fiery retaliation that defeats Bjornbot. Gus and Robotboy enjoy a human fist marathon when an enthusiastic Tommy introduces his latest invention, an exoskeleton belt that grants superhuman abilities akin to Robotboy's superactive mode. After successfully testing a miniature version on a mouse, Tommy wants to try the full-sized belt on himself. However, Professor Moshimo intervenes, deeming it too dangerous for human testing. Disappointed but compliant, Tommy refrains from trying it on. The following day, Kurt and his friends bully Tommy, fueling his desire for revenge. Unable to resist, Tommy eventually tests the belt on himself, transforming into an exoskeleton with incredible powers. He seeks vengeance on Kurt, turning the school fountain into a statue of the human fist. However, the belt becomes unstable and destroys the statue. Instead of lamenting the outcome, Tommy embraces the chaos caused by the malfunctioning belt. As the belt takes a life of its own, Tommy unwittingly wreaks havoc in the city, causing destruction and chaos. Robotboy and Gus watch in shock as Tommy's actions are broadcast on television. When Robotboy attempts to intervene, the superactive belt defends itself, leading to a confrontation where Robotboy struggles to fight back without harming Tommy inside the exoskeleton. Tommy challenges the belt to fight him directly, manipulating Robotboy into attacking forcefully. Ultimately, Robotboy defeats the superactive belt by sawing it in half, freeing Tommy. However, the undamaged belt mysteriously disappears, taken by Gus, who exploits its powers to rob a candy factory. In the end, the belt's uncontrollable actions, driven by a desire for chocolate, lead to comedic consequences. Dwight and Donnie embark on a misguided mancation, leaving Tommy behind for a camping trip. Meanwhile, in outer space, Robotboy battles General Yakitori's menacing mech, saving Tommy from a meteorite crash. Tommy's attempt to blend in with the nature-themed activities goes awry when he dangles from a cliff. Robotboy intervenes, catching him and secretly observing the camping trip. As night falls, Robotboy discreetly uses his flamethrower to help Dwight start a fire. Tommy notices Robotboy's presence but instructs him to go home. Robotboy disobeys and continues to watch over Tommy. Later, Robotboy observes from a distance as Dwight engages in a bizarre dance with Tommy. Robotboy intervenes, using his energy beam to send Dwight flying into the forest. Tommy reprimands Robotboy for his overprotectiveness and requests him to fly around the world to deplete his energy. Meanwhile, Dwight mistakes Robotboy's streak of light for Wataloa of Bologna, a mythical spirit. As Dwight and Donnie leave with Robotboy's batteries nearly depleted, Tommy tries to reactivate Robotboy to get home. However, Robotboy goes into deactivated mode, leaving Tommy stranded. Dwight and Donnie, returning to pick up Tommy, mistake a grizzly bear for the tree spirit. The episode concludes with the bear attacking Dwight and Donnie as they drive back home with the mistaken spirit. Bjorn creates a dangerous nanobot and injects it into a soap, planning to send it to Tommy. Gus unknowingly consumes the soap, thinking it's candy. When Robotboy senses danger, he super activates and discovers the nanobot inside Gus, set to grow and make him explode in 7 minutes. To prevent the catastrophe, Robotboy decides to shrink himself and enter Gus's body to battle the nanobot. Inside Gus, Robotboy encounters germ monsters and navigates through the challenges. Meanwhile, Bjorn realizes his plan is succeeding and commands the nanobot to attack Gus's brain. However, Robotboy intervenes just in time, initiating a fierce battle within Gus's body. As Gus's situation worsens, Tommy's parents unwittingly worsen the situation by inviting Gus to eat tacos. Despite the chaotic circumstances, Robotboy outsmarts the nanobot and directs it into Gus's lower intestine. The tacos inside Gus start acting up and he has to rush to the toilet. Unaware of Robotboy's intervention, Gus claims to have resolved the robot problem, concluding the episode on a comedic note. Tommy excitedly prepares for a dance party, highlighting the DJ, prizes, and various festivities. He shares the details with Robotboy, who expresses interest but becomes upset when Tommy insists he must stay hidden during the event. Robotboy confronts Tommy about never getting to have fun and demands the promised present for being good. Tommy tries to placate him with an old toy, but Robotboy angrily rejects it, calling Tommy a liar. The situation escalates, leading to Robotboy throwing a tantrum, accusing Tommy of being a big jerk. Tommy, offended by Robotboy's words, grounds him and instructs him to stay in his backpack until he behaves. Unfazed, Robotboy decides to run away and live with Gus, further intensifying their argument. Tommy, seemingly indifferent, allows Robotboy to leave. They exchange heated words, with Tommy claiming he won't miss Robotboy. As Robotboy prepares to fly away, Tommy's frustration boils over, leading to a comical outburst. Subsequently, Tommy becomes disheartened, deciding not to attend the party due to Robotboy's behavior. The episode captures the strained relationship between Tommy and Robotboy, marked by disagreements and emotional moments. Tommy and Gus visit the Electronics Hut store to purchase parts for Robotboy and fix Gus's broken game buddy. Gilbert, the store clerk, becomes suspicious about the advanced parts Tommy is buying. Gus accidentally reveals the existence of Robotboy, leading to a failed attempt to deceive Gilbert. However, Tommy warns Gilbert not to disclose Robot Boy's secret. The next day, Tommy and Gus return to Electronics Hut to repair Gus's game buddy again, only to discover colorful clones of Robot Boy being sold in the store. The clones, created by Gilbert, become wildly popular, with even Gus buying one. However, the clones malfunction and start attacking people, prompting Tommy, Gus, and Robot Boy to intervene. In a race against time, they attempt to reach Electronics Hut and destroy the clone batteries. Unfortunately, the clones arrive before they can execute their plan. A fierce battle ensues between Robot Boy and the Berserk clones. The clones superactivate, but their circuits burn up, leading to their destruction. Gilbert escapes, vowing to create an even better robot for the world. The episode concludes with the implication that Gilbert may return with a new and improved creation in the future. Tommy receives a message from Professor Moshimo about Protoboy's reactivation. Moshimo, currently at his yak ranch in Mexico, informs Tommy about his plan involving spider-yak hybrids to trap Protoboy. While reminiscing about a yak named Brian, Moshimo accidentally gets caught in the spider-yak sill. Meanwhile, at the mall, Gus is taking selfies in a photo booth when Protoboy reappears. A fierce battle between Protoboy and Robot Boy ensues, leading to Robot Boy's defeat. Protoboy seizes the opportunity to take Robot Boy's body, removing his motherboard and placing his own inside. He cuts the connection to Robot Boy's wire, leaving him powerless. Gus, unaware of the switch, finishes his photo session and witnesses the mall's destruction. Protoboy, now in Robot Boy's body, forces Gus to take them to Tommy's house. As they arrive, Tommy expresses relief that both Robot Boy and Gus are unharmed, unaware of Protoboy's takeover. Protoboy resurfaces seemingly indestructible and seeking revenge on Robot Boy. After a fierce battle where Robot Boy is nearly destroyed, Protoboy interrupts his own rampage when he receives a mysterious phone call promising to return. Tommy and Gus embark on a mission to locate Moshimo's secret lab to enhance Robot Boy's capabilities. They encounter Moshimo disguised as a cactus and eventually reach the lab using a minecart. Moshimo, Tommy, and Mew Mew collaborate to strengthen Robot Boy's particle beam, intending to counter Protoboy's invincibility. News of Protoboy's destructive actions on a cruise ship prompts Tommy to rush to the rescue, bringing Robot Boy along. Meanwhile, Gus, initially reluctant to join, eventually follows suit. The cruise ship faces imminent peril as Protoboy wreaks havoc. In a climactic showdown, Protoboy captures Tommy, challenging Robot Boy to make a difficult choice. Robot Boy manages to save both Tommy and the cruise ship, showcasing his heroic abilities. However, Protoboy, undeterred, initiates a super-activated battle, resulting in Robot Boy's apparent defeat. In a surprising twist, Robot Boy reveals he played possum, outsmarting Protoboy and tearing out his motherboard, seemingly defeating him. The episode concludes with a comedic twist involving Gus playing possum inside a shark, causing chaos on a fishing boat with Donnie. During a sleepover in Tommy's yard, the boys encounter a mysterious pod crash landing nearby. Upon investigation, they discover a pink robot named Robot Girl inside the pod, activated by Professor Moshimo's urgent holographic message. However, Robot Girl's malfunctioning emotion chip and broken logic circuits lead to chaotic situations, including her inexplicable attacks on Gus. In an attempt to repair Robot Girl, Tommy and the gang engage in humorous interactions, with Gus bearing the brunt of Robot Girl's unintentional blows. Lola, recognizing Robot Girl's emotional state, offers comfort and takes her to her tent. Despite their efforts, the gang struggles to communicate with Robot Girl effectively. Upon reaching an abandoned titanium factory, they uncover Moshimo held hostage by Protoboy. Protoboy demands Robot Boy and Robot Girl enter freezing molds in exchange for Moshimo's release. A tense standoff unfolds, with Tommy and the gang devising a plan to rescue Moshimo and the robots. As Protoboy engages Robot Girl in combat, she faces the dilemma of following her logic functions or trusting her emotions. Despite Protoboy's attempts to manipulate her, Robot Girl chooses to confront him. Meanwhile, the gang works to free Moshimo and Robot Boy, cleverly using a shadow puppet illusion to distract Protoboy. Lola intervenes just in time to prevent Protoboy from harming Tommy and Gus. After freeing Moshimo and Robot Boy, a super-activated Robot Boy battles Protoboy, leading to a climactic showdown on a collapsing bridge within the factory. The factory's destruction leaves Protoboy's fate uncertain. In a thrilling conclusion, Robot Boy rescues everyone just as the factory explodes, ending the episode. The return of Robot Girl. So that will be it from us. If you enjoyed the video, then leave us a like and subscribe to our channel for similar content. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next one.